Welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. We are going to do project number 1 in the Welcome In Paper Pumpkin Kit. So let's turn to our instructions. I have my Stampin' Spot, I have my stamp, I have my accessories, I've got my embossed dimensional strips. So there's two sizes. There's the 1-inch ones, and then there's, that's 2.5, 2-inch ones. So let's get started with the build. I'm going to do tips and tricks all the way through while I'm building the cards. So my first tip is when you've got your stamp, sometimes it's really hard to line them up on the block. So I turn it face down on the surface and then I go to pick it up. This also stops any kind of bending or twisting, like on the long ones. Sometimes you're going to put them down and you can actually see that they're kind of wiggled out of shape. And my second tip is, and I've shared this before, ink it up and then stamp away on a scrap piece of paper to start with, because sometimes there's residual oils and that from the manufacturing process on the stamp. And this one is perfectly fine. There's nothing on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp the greeting on the embellishment, and it says to stamp it near the bottom. So, and you'll notice that I've got Night of Navy written on the bottom of my Stampin' Spot. That's because I store them upside down to keep the ink at the surface. And if I've written on the back, I know exactly which one it is. So this one needs to go right about here. There we go. Thank you for your hospitality. I'll just put that off to the side. So my next step is to take some of the Terran tape and put it on the back of this piece here. So we're going to find the end of our Terran tape, and I'm just going to start it at the bottom here, run it towards the top, and then just simply tear it. And then it sticks to your finger, and I'm just going to pop this down so I have my other hand free. There we go. And now I can disengage myself from that. Okay, so we need to do that. We need to take 2 of the long strips and put them on either side of this here, like this. There we go. And you know, I notice we don't have any of those little adhesive dots in this kit. It's all with the dimensionals and the Terran tape. That's exciting. So we're just going to get these out here, and one goes at the bottom like this, one goes at the top like this. Okay, now it's a case of peeling everything apart. So next tip or trick is you get your cards flat like this, and then you fold them along the score line and you give them a good crease, and they still kind of pop up like that. You can take your block, and it's got the rounded edge on it. You can just run your block down the edge like that, just to crisp that line up. And now it lays flat. If you can use a bone folder if you've got one, but I try and demo these with using only items from the kit. So this is, I've got it opening the right way. So we're going to peel the backing off of here. And this needs to go right at the top in the middle. So we're going to put that right at the top of the card, just eyeballing the middle, and drop that down. Then we need to take this and we need to peel the backing off the dimensional strips. There we go. I always end up with a pile of debris off to the side when I do these videos. I used to have a little bowl I collected everything in, and it was too many steps. So this now goes right in the middle of your card, lined up with your kind of ribbon in the background. So we're going to put that down like that. The next thing we do is we take our little vase like that, and we put one of the 1-inch strips on the back of it, and right in the middle like that. We peel that off and we lay it up over top of the stems of the flowers. just like that. So the flowers are now growing out of the vase. We need to take our dots here and we put one there like that, and then we put two down the side like this. And that is our first project using the Welcome In Paper Pumpkin Kit. So stay tuned for project number 2.